invite our guest artist Dennis up. And if you all want to stand, we'll start with our opening song.
So if y'all want to clap along on this, you're more than welcome to. There's a nice little place in there. We'll have some fun. We'll do this here. Here. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our service this morning. I want you to know that whether you are joining us here in the room, whether you are online, anywhere around the world, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And I know we have a thriving kids program there in the back, and I see a couple of little people here in the room. So let's go ahead and release the kids. If you want to go ahead and go on back, and we'll just rub our hands together. We're going to send them some love and some light, knowing that we are absolutely growing this program every day. Thank you to everyone. All right. And we love to start off every Sunday morning with reminding us of who we are and how we be in the world. We are a supportive, inclusive, spiritual community that celebrates all of life. And we do this by aspiring to live authentic spiritual lives through practical application of the teachings of the science of mind. And that's a big sentence. There's a lot of teachings in science of mind, and so we have boiled it down to these 4 high-level summary overview for you today. Number 1, all thought is creative and influential. If you are having the thought in your mind, you have planted that seed into that infinite soil that manifests in your life. That's the good news and the bad news, right? Number 2 is that there is only God. that everything that we see or feel or touch, taste, smell, anything is all God. And you might say, well, okay, what about those things that don't feel so like God? Well, that's just a lack of actually demonstrating the God that is available there. And so we believe that evil and devilishness actually starts and stops in our minds. And that at any moment, just like turning on the light in the darkness, that we can change that idea and reveal more of the God that is in every moment. Which brings us to the number 3, one of my personal favorites, is that everything is either an expression of love or a call for love. And so in that, it's easy to feel that expression of love, and we know when we're with our loved ones and people that just make our heart bloom open. But even in those times that are frustrating or situations that bring up some anxiety, or maybe a neighbor that's not your most favorite individual, that those can also be an opportunity to be love. And how do we be love and create more love even in those situations? And number 4, that right now, just how you are, no matter what somebody told you in the past, no matter those little stories, that little chit-chat that runs through your head, none of it. Right now. And I look out and I see all of you, and I know this truth for you, that you are whole, perfect, and complete. That there is that divine spark within you that nothing, no situation, no person, no idea, nothing can touch. Whole, perfect, and complete in this very moment. Let's just breathe that in for a moment. And if you are here for the first or second time, we love to celebrate here at the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. So if you're feeling comfortable, would you just raise your hand so we can just celebrate you? All right. We have a couple of almost spring souls here in the back. If you would love to know more about our community, you can sign up on the newsletter that's there at that high table by the door. And we may have just a little packet for you. And those of you joining us online for the first or second time, please go ahead and follow through to the website after service. And there you can sign up for the newsletter as well. And as you just heard me say, we love to celebrate here at the Sierra Center. And so we have something we need to celebrate today. And he's going to kill me for this. I can see his face already. Our very own Rev Mitch is having a birthday tomorrow. And he's here for birthday Sunday. So go and keep and we're going to sing the happy birthday song. Our style. It's a different one.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
It is. It's a different one. You're welcome to play along when you catch on, because I know you'll catch on quickly if you want to add to the music. Okay. All right. I think we have the video. All right, Shauna, let's do it. Birthday to you. We're so glad you're alive. You're a gift to the earth. Bless the day of your birth. Happy birthday to you. We're so glad you're alive. You're a gift to the earth. Bless the day of your birth. Happy birthday to you. We're so glad you're alive. You're a gift to the earth. Bless the day of your birth. All right. That's always fun to do. And you know what? I didn't get anybody for the inclusion candle. I was so busy this morning. And so who do we have that wants to do the inclusion candle? Oh, thank you, man. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, and all beings and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation seen and unseen, to remind us of the light of spirit within all of us. Thank you, Ann. And I also want to remind you that we are a praying community. In the seat back pockets of the chairs, you will find these lavender prayer request sheets. And if you would like to fill them out, you can fill them out and put it in the wooden box that's just to the left of the entryway door. And that way, the ecclesiastic team, the practitioners and ministers here will pray over those all week. And prayer is also available after service with Rev Lanny. So if you are looking for your 5-minute normical, please join her for that. And if you're joining us as part of our virtual community, please visit our website, sierracenter.org, after service, and you can click on spiritual support, and then one of our practitioners or ministers will reach out to you. All right, and then I'm going to invite Rev Mitch up to do our announcements.
Thank you all for the beautiful, unexpected birthday song. Gotta celebrate all week, right? Yeah. All right, so after service today, you don't want to miss this. It's the Just Say No, Hell No to Graceful Aging with Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott. Really a great time. Really, it's geared for people, 50 to 99 plus. And if you want to live lives of greater abundance, purpose, connection, and joy, it just keeps going. It can keep getting better. So join us after service for that. We have a sacred dance circle tomorrow, November 17th, 10:30 to noon. If you do plan on attending, if you could be here at 10:15 a.m. Also, Judy Silberman likes an RSVP, and I think we have a flyer with her number on it in the lobby. Meditation and mindfulness basic training with John is going to be held Thursday evening from 6 to 7:30. And John was trained by Jack Cornfield, so you don't want to miss him. Also, get ready to sweeten the season. We're hosting a festive bake sale next Sunday. In fact, I was going to kind of entice you a little bit. It's a fundraiser for the church, so, empty your piggy bank, bring it, and get some goodies. And we have a few people donating various items. Let me see what we got. We have a gluten-free banana bread for our gluten-free people. We have Devin with chocolate chip cookies and pumpkin cheesecake. OMG. Jessica Rose is bringing cookies. Barbara is bringing pumpkin bread pudding. And Javon has a mystery dish he's going to bring. And so here's the cool thing about this. Who's going to some type of Thanksgiving celebration? Like you're going somewhere and you got to bring something. So just buy your dessert next Sunday. There you go, done. You can just check it straight off your list. And it is a fundraiser for the center, so please be prepared to buy some goodies. Don't miss Thanksgiving Eve service, Wednesday, November 26th from 6 to 7 p.m. It's going to be an amazing time together. We're going to actually pass the mic, express our gratitudes for the year. Also, we're going to set intentions. Who got their intention card in the mail? I got mine in the mail and I manifested everything on there. So this is really powerful stuff. You're going to get a new blank card for 2026. It's going to go in this silver box, and every week we pray on it. So it's going to be a good time. And also afterwards, if you have some hors d'oeuvres or snacks or things you want to share, we'll have a little bit of nosh after the gathering. We have our Thanksgiving potluck, November 27th. Doors open at 2. If you're going to bring a dish, please sign up on the clipboard. And I'm going to tell you why. Last year we had 6 cranberry sauces. 6. We don't need 6 cranberry sauces. So please tell us what you're bringing, or look and see what's being brought, and plan accordingly. So that'll be exciting. Friendsgiving committee, I do need help. As some of you know, I had a procedure a few weeks ago, so I can't do everything. And I don't want to. This should be like a committee effort. And so I know there are people signed up. I'll be reaching out to you this week so we can coordinate our efforts for setup and cleanup and all that good stuff. Good news, November, December Science of Mind is in the foyer, $10. You want to grab it, it's a double issue. All of our info flyers, sign-up sheets are located in the foyer. You can find Zoom links and details about all our announcements in our e-newsletter. We have really good things in there, so don't miss that. And friendly reminder, in case everyone take out your phone and put it on silent. We really appreciate that so that our meditation and silent periods aren't disturbed. Thank you so much, and I will invite back up Dennis McBride.
When I asked Rev Mitch what was the theme this month, liking the unlikable, I thought that's what John Lennon was writing about back in 1970 when he wrote this song. So you all know the words to this, so please sing along with me. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. These words are still very true today. I think maybe more so. Imagine no possession. Wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Reverend Lanny Howard. I am the Minister Emeritus here at the Sierra Center. And we're going to start out with, first of all, I'm going to ring a bell. And when I ring that bell, then we're going to breathe in and we're going to do an Om. Okay? We're going to do that 3 times because Om is a sacred sound. And we want to harmonize with the vibration of the universe by saying this song or singing this wonderful chant together. I'm going to do a reading and then we will have a short meditation. And I will bring us, excuse me. We're going to do and then a meditation. And then I will bring us out with affirmative prayer. The word rhythm is derived from the Greek rhythmos, which means to flow. Underneath external noise, a rhythm pulses, a steady, ancient hum, like the earth breathing beneath our feet. It is not dramatic or loud. It is subtle and sacred. Like Native American elders who lived in the rhythm of nature's changing cycles, we are invited to adhere to their proverb of rhythm. Listen to the wind. It talks. Listen to the silence. It speaks. Listen to the heart. It knows. Everything around us is pulsing with an innate reminder of symmetry. You are not a stranger to the flow. You are already home. We do not lose the rhythm. We simply tune it out. As spiritual beings caught in changing cycles of human doing, we spend years gathering names, roles, goals, building structures of meaning, trying to be enough. And all the while, the innate pulse of life's givingness flowed beneath every achievement, every heartbreak, every attempt to get it right. The rhythm does not rush, it does not shame, it invites. It reminds us that we are not outside of peace seeking entrance. We are within peace, watching everything move and shift like clouds across the sky. No arrival, only unfolding. We breathe, and in doing so, the rhythm breathes us. of our heart is in tune with the rhythm of the earth, which is in tune with the rhythm of the universe. All in alignment, in the good, is being made manifest, giving itself to itself in every moment. We are all one with the one. The infinite source of love and peace and harmony and wholeness and grace and goodness is ever available. And we are living in it, as it. And so as we open to that knowing, to that realization, we come together in that greater experience of oneness, that greater experience of wholeness, that greater experience of connection, and realize that the screen search is not going to happen for us. And so we're grateful also for humor. We're grateful for all the gifts that life has for us. And we know that by being together in community, we are amplifying each of our individual vibrations together into a greater vibration that goes out from this community out into the world. And so I know that everyone in service to us today, all the people doing the tech, doing the sound, doing the offering, doing the talk, doing the facilitation, doing the lighting of the candle, everything is a blessing to us, and each person is blessed by that service. And so I know that Reverend Georgia is blessed today as she speaks to us about healing trauma. And we know that we are inspired and renewed and go forth from this day with that realization of the goodness of life, of the wholeness of life, of the oneness of life. We give thanks for it, we call it good, and we affirm this together as we say, and so it is.
Now we have Dennis McBride coming back up.
Last week I was lucky enough to hear Reverend Dr. Georgia speak, and I thought I would do a different song. And then I heard her speak and went, this is the song I wanted to do. It's really a beautiful piece. I hope you enjoy it.
I am down, oh my soul so weary. Woman on, when I heart burden be, and I am still and wait here in the silence until you come, rest a while. You raise me up
I'm gonna do an intro here for Reverend Dr. Georgia, but before I do, I told a good friend of mine that I was gonna mention the Alternatives to Violence Project, that we're gonna do another training here this Friday, 6 to 9, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 6. And here's the thing, this training could easily, they could charge $300 for it, easily. But here's the price. Are you ready? $0. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the content in this training is priceless. It helps each and every one of us look at parts within us that pop out when we get squeezed. Anybody know those parts, right? And helps us get better tools to show up differently. And I took it the last time we offered it, and I had a total healing around something. So if you're interested, please come see me after service. If this is speaking to your heart, I want to make sure you get there. She is taking a look. She also feeds you, Diane Meisler. She's amazing. She's going to feed everybody, and she'll take a little bit of money if you want to do a love offering. That's it. So it gives me a great honor to introduce Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott. And I could say a lot of things about Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott. I could tell you she was the founder of the Center for Spiritual Awareness in West Sacramento that started out as Church in a Box, didn't it, in the senior center? And she grew that from Church in a Box to one of the premier New Thought churches in America. It's an amazing facility, incredible people, and it's where I grew up. I grew up spiritually. I found myself, I lost myself, then found myself, that kind of journey. I can tell you Reverend Dr. Georgia is the only white lesbian in the Morehouse Minister Hall of Fame named after Martin Luther King. Not everybody gets that spot. But to me personally, Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott gave me a chance in my life when I had nothing going on. And she gave me a spot at the table. And I think she said yes to almost every crazy thing I asked I could do. I don't ever remember a no, and I always try to do that here as well. So if you like this church, know that you're going to love Reverend Dr. Georgia, because much of what I learned from her. Please, big welcome and applause for Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott.
Good morning, it's so great to be here, everybody. I just love being back here in this community, and I love your minister. Can you lift that just a little bit for me? Yeah, okay, thank you. I have my notes at 44 font, so I have to have them just right, in just the right place. It's great to be here, it's great to be here. You know, when I first came to a New Thought church, and I heard that last point of our 4 points, that we are whole, perfect, and complete, just as we are right this second, just as we are and just as we are not. I thought, oh, whoa, I have landed in the land of metaphysical bubbleheads for sure. Because it didn't feel that way to me. And it was only until I did some study and I realized that that is the truth. We are all whole, perfect, and complete. And there's a difference between knowing that as a truth and experiencing that in our lives. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I think a lot of us are not experiencing the perfection that we are and the connection to God that we have because of an earlier trauma in our lives. You know, my belief is that all of us are recovering from something that is separating us from heaven at hand. And if we aren't, chances are we should be. My guess is that somebody in this room is trying to recover from divorce or separation. Somebody in this room may be recovering from getting fired or getting let go. You know, if you're fired from a job, even a job you hated, even a job you knew you shouldn't be at, there's something painful about somebody else telling you, there's the door, take it. Somebody in this room may be recovering from the shame they feel about still carrying around
feelings about having, being bankrupt. Maybe somebody in this room wants to recover from adult sexual abuse. I know there are people in this room beside me that need to heal from childhood trauma. And I suspect that there may be some people in this room who need to recover from the ravages of racism, homophobia, transphobia, sizeism, sexism, ageism. And there may be certain, and I certainly don't want to leave out the need for many of us to recover from the daily cruelty we witness when our brown and black sisters and brothers are being disappeared by masked people and thrown into vans and taken to God knows where. Not to mention those of us this morning, whether we're in this place of worship or whether we know of people outside of this place of worship who are dealing with food insecurity. I actually believe in this divisive nation that we're living in, if we could anchor our interaction with every person, especially those people with whom we disagree, if we could anchor that in the notion that trauma might be driving their behavior. Their trauma might be driving their communication with us. If we could anchor ourselves in that, we might get somewhere. You've all been on the freeway when somebody has cut you off, and if you're like me, maybe you gave them half a peace sign. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what happened to them an hour before they got on the freeway, or 5 minutes before they got on the freeway. We don't know whether they had a child who was diagnosed with a serious illness. We don't know whether they themselves might have gotten fired from a job just a few minutes ago. We don't know what it is that made them behave in the way that they were behaving. You know, wonderful spiritual beings have written about and spoken about the importance of being kind to people with whom we disagree. People are saying, don't block anybody on Facebook, that's not nice. People are saying, don't leave anybody out of your Thanksgiving dinner. Bring everybody to the table. There are people who have been saying that and more about being kind to folks that we disagree with. And you know what? I aspire to be that person. I'm not that person yet. I'm not that person who can just say, okay, I'm a spiritual being, I want to be kind to everybody. We're going to put them in a hospital and we're going to reprogram them. I can't be kind to them yet. No. I can't be kind to brown people who are being deported to some country with whom they have no connection at all. I am not yet ready to be kind to people who are saying black employees should all be called DEI hires and let go at a moment's notice. I can't be kind to people who are saying, yes, the Supreme Court is taking up the challenge of taking marriage equality off the books. I'm not ready yet to be kind to those people. But when I was working on this sermon, I realized that while I couldn't come from kindness because it's the right thing to do, I couldn't even come from kindness because it's the spiritual thing to do. I may be able to round up some compassion for people I suspect who are reacting from their unresolved trauma. You've all heard the saying that hurting people hurt people. Mm-hmm. And I believe that. Hurting people hurt people. But here's the thing. Really, the only person that I can change with compassion or anything else is me. Recovering from my unresolved trauma is where I need to focus my time and my attention. And like recovering from addiction, it's a process. When addicted people enter a recovery program, we quickly learn to say, not to say, that we're recovered. If we say we're recovered, people will correct us and say, no, you're not recovered, you're recovering. And the reason that they say that is simply because people who have gone before us have learned that the monkey that we've removed from our back is waiting in the wings to jump right back on the minute that we let our guard back down. See, I believe recovering from trauma needs to be treated with the same respect, with us being vigilant for its power to return to our minds and to our hearts. Recovering from trauma is not a straight road. It's not a quick fix, but it's a living human process of rediscovering safety, of rediscovering trust and meaning. Healing is not linear. Some days you'll step one step forward and 5 steps backward, and that's okay. In recovery rooms across the globe, people are being reminded that recovery comes from a commitment to progress, not perfection. Trauma isolates us. It convinces us that no one can understand what we've been through, that we're somehow broken. Recovery happens in connection. It happens through relationships. It happens through communities just like this one. And it happens through compassion. One of the biggest misconceptions about trauma is that we can simply get over it. People say all the time, often well-meaning people, good people, just get over it. You have to move on. You're a grown person now, just move on. It's over, it's done with. But healing doesn't mean pretending that it never happened. Think of it like a deep wound. If you ignore a deep wound, it festers. But if we clean it, if we care for it, we protect it, slowly that wound will form new skin. Healing takes time. It takes patience. It takes attention. Recovery from trauma or anything else is not about erasing the past. It's about learning to live with it fully. So, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I always like to bring, and I usually start my sermons with a spiritual principle that I've been working with in my life. This has been a long preamble for me to get to today's spiritual principle, which, if we will embrace it, it will help heal us from any trauma that we have experienced. We will learn without a shadow of a doubt, we are not our trauma. We are much bigger than our trauma. Our trauma is not about what happened to us, but what happened inside of us because of what happened to us. So today's spiritual truth is this. If you will bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will destroy you. Today's teaching comes from Jesus in the Gnostic Gospel of St. Thomas. Now, this gospel is called the Gnostic Gospel because it was lost for a very long time, and it didn't make it into the New Testament. So you won't find the Gospel of Thomas in the teachings of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, or the teachings of St. Paul. But make no mistake, it's biblical wisdom that can and will heal us in our lives. If you will bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth that which is within you, that which is within you will destroy you. So today's spiritual, I want to say that if we do not bring forth that which is within us, which is yucky, that which is within us that we are ashamed of, that which is within us that is keeping us from a really good night's sleep, thinking that you're hiding it, it will destroy you. And more importantly, it not only will destroy you, but it will destroy your relationships on the way to destroying you. You've all heard the wisdom, we are only as sick as our secrets. If you have secrets, think of them as stones which block the entry of good into your life. Blocking the entry of people who will love you deeper into your life. You're not doing yourself or anybody else a favor by keeping them. See, the Catholics had a great idea when they were still hearing confessions, because it gave people a place to share the secrets that were keeping them sick. The 12-step movement has a great idea with step 5, because it helps us understand that we need to share those secrets that were keeping us in bondage in our addiction. Your church, this church, has a great idea by using practitioners and ministers so that we can share our secrets with those people. Not to fix them or need even necessarily to reduce them in size, but to reduce the stones that are keeping the good from entering into us. See, our job is not to shun the human experience. It's not to become embarrassed by it, not to hide our foibles, but to bring those foibles fully into light, to share our stories, our inspirational stories, and the what the hell was I thinking stories. You know, Reverend Mitch has developed a phenomenal program that he carries all over. It's called Rise and Speak. Good Lord. Rise and Speak. And that's what that program is all about. It's about sharing deeply who it is that we actually are. You know, Brene Brown, who many of us follow, champions the idea that being vulnerable with ourselves and each other is the key to deep authenticity with God, with ourselves, and with each other. So what is it that keeps us from allowing people inside? For many of us, it's shame. And we protect it by keeping our shame hidden. If you really knew me, would you still like me? If you really knew who I was and what I've been through and what I've done in my life, would you still want me as your friend? To make sure we're really liked, we only allow what we think other people will appreciate about us. 2 years ago, Mitch and I, facilitated a retreat in Northern California. We've done it for years. And 2 years ago, people left that retreat saying, you know what, it was the best retreat ever. And on the way home, I thought, what was it about this retreat that made people say it was the best retreat ever? And I think that it was an exercise that we did called, Did You Know? Did you know? People said things like, did you know I was incarcerated? Did you know my mother left me at a firehouse when I was an infant? Did you know that I've survived cancer 3 times? Did you know that I've been bankrupt twice? Did you know that I said terrible things to my sister last year and she hasn't spoken to me since and I miss her terribly? When people call upon deep in themselves, deep will be reflected and will always be answered. When deep calls upon deep, deep will answer. The folks who came clean with their secrets were loved more deeply during that weekend. And they went home lighter. And I think that's why they thought it was the best possible retreat. But that requires a whole heart. You can't call upon deep if you are numb. If you are numb, you are simply half-hearted. And many of us who have been in recovery have been taught this: half measures will avail us nothing. Brown reminds us that we are the most in-debt, obese, addicted, and medicated adult cohorts in the history of this country. Why? Because we're trying to numb ourselves with our pain. sometimes pain we don't even understand that we actually have. The problem is, we can't selectively numb. If you numb the pain, you're also numbing the joy in your life. You're limiting our connection. The very best storyteller you can be in your life. And making sure that every opportunity that you have, you tell your story. Sometimes you want to tell it just to your intimate circle. Sometimes you only want to tell it to your practitioner. That's okay. But look for places outside of that also. You know, have you been to a cocktail party and everybody just says, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, what do you do? It's boring. Nobody cares what you do for a living. But if you were to be willing to tell part of your story, when deep calls upon deep, deep will answer. And you have the opportunity to have a communication with one another that not only heals you, but heals them as well. See, healing trauma is a community event. So will you commit today? If you were down in Sacramento, you'd know that every Sunday I gave people homework. Oh, they hated that part. But I do it anyway. So your homework this week is to ask yourself, am I willing to find somebody, to have an authentic talk with, somebody, to be able to share my foibles, the funny foibles and the not so funny foibles. Because I promise you this, unless you pick a real dodo, they are going to be interested in you. They are going to love you more deeply as a result of you sharing that. Let's take this message into prayer. There is only one presence. It is the presence of the Most High. That God by so many names, Allah, Elohim, the sacred grandmother tree, infinite wisdom, divine intelligence, love. That one presence that flows through each and every single person on this planet. Those with whom I disagree and those with whom I find as my allies. So I speak my word now for my willingness to bring out the love in every person I meet. I give thanks for that. I release this word in the law, and together we say, so it is. Can I just, no clapping, no need to clap. Thank you. Can I just talk about my workshop just for a second? Yes. As Reverend Mitch said, this is a workshop that says, just say hell no to graceful aging. And the reason that I chose that topic, one was to be a little provocative and get your attention, but the other one is because I think what's happening right now is that those of us who are older in this room are having a tendency to buy into what's being told us by society about who we are. And we are not that. We are not that. So this workshop is not really about societal ageism, only to the extent that we're buying into it. It's really about what it is that we've internalized. How do I feel about myself as being an older person? Am I okay with that? Am I embarrassed by it? I'll tell you, I had an experience a few minutes ago. I love this guy. And I love hearing him sing. Reverend Mitch said, do you want to come sit up here? I said, no, because I want to see him sing. But when he asked all of us to clap, I realized, oh no, he's going to think I don't like his song. But my arthritis is so significant in my hands, I can't clap for that long. I can do this, but to clap for a whole song is not possible for me. So my job is not to start feeling bad about myself, to not start feeling like he doesn't like me anymore because I can't clap. It's to say, okay, I have this condition. I am still whole, perfect, and complete. I can still enjoy that music. I can still do most of the things that I can do. I read a story about a woman who went into her doctor and she said, "Doctor, my left knee is just killing me." And the doctor said, "Well, you know, you're getting up there. It's just wear and tear. You're old now, and it's going to happen." And she said, "Well, then I don't understand why my right knee is fine." So we have to be careful. So that's what this workshop is about. I hope you'll join us. We're going to have some fun with it. If you've been to the workshop before, this is part 2. You don't need to have been to part 1 because we're going to repeat some stuff in part 2, but I hope you'll join us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rev G. All right, let's look at our affirmation and say this together. I'm going to say it once and then we'll say it together. My past may have shaped me, but it does not define me. I am the presence that heals, restores, and rises. Please go ahead and stand and we'll say that together. My past may have shaped me, but it does not define me. I am the presence that heals, restores, and rises. And so it is. Oh, perfect. All right, and now we come to our time of conscious giving. And so I just invite you to take what is ever yours to give today, whether that is a financial donation, and you can give that in the form of check or money. You can use the QR code, you can pay online. I think we have text to give as well, so lots of ways, or even a blessing that you would like to place in the basket. Just hold that to your heart. And let's say this together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade, but I'm not afraid they will overgrow. So if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Oprah Winfrey, with gold dust at my feet. On the sunny, oh, on the sunny, yes, we're on the sunny side of the street.
So I just speak a word of blessing over every gift and every giver, knowing that this too is the energy of the divine. This is God in action in the form of prosperity, going out to bless this sinner, this community, this nation, and this world. And so I just trust that it is finding its way to that right and perfect place, even as we speak. That God has absolutely got this, and all is good. And so it is.
So it is.
And in that spirit of gratitude, I want to thank everybody who helped to make this service possible today. And so we'll start with our ushers. We had Jivan and Pat, and I saw Connor helping, man, announcements, Rev Mitch, our streaming and sound, Maya and Jivan, and then we have Diana and Shana. I don't know who placed the sign this morning. Was it you? All right, Javon for sign placing, thank you so much. Our practitioner of the day, Rev Lanny. Kids Church, we have Jerry Mary Lynn. We have platform host. and Dennis McBride as our musical guest. Yes. All right, and so what are you taking away from service today? Happiness.
My phone.
Your phone.
Street.
The sunny side of the street.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Healing.
Healing.
Deep unto deep.
Deep unto deep. Yes.
Stories.
Stories.
Georgia.
Georgia. Gee. All right. Wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and invite our kids in.
Yeah, we looked at what we wanted to put in our bucket that was vital, healthy, and a gift to someone else. And she did an incredible job. I'll let her read it for you and tell you what she put in her bucket.
If I want to receive something, I must give something to someone, something, or myself. Example is good deeds, hugs, or just general listening.
Yay.
Wonderful. All right. And so let's just affirm for our kiddo today. We see you. We love you. We're glad you're here, and we're here for you. Yes. Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing. All right, and then I invite everybody to stand for our final benediction and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called healing.
It is this thing called healing.
It's this thing called happiness.
It's this thing called happiness.
It's this thing called the deep.
It's this thing called the deep.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I sense it.
I sense it.
Because I am it.
Because I am it.
And so it is. All right, let's move into our final song.
workshop in just about 10 minutes.
All right.
All right. Welcome to Coffee and Tea in the back. Please join us.
It really felt like